Okay, y'all, so today has been not so eventful, but like, hey, I did my, face routine, all of that stuff. Um, and I got up, I got, a salad, contemplated the meaning of existence and the Tantric 6-9, and what it means to really be a part of the universe. All right, let's go. Jumping jacks. All right. Next, standing knee to chest. No resting because it's our cardio right now. We have got to warm up. So, like I said, either you could switch legs or you could just stick with one leg and then go to the other leg halfway through. Speaking of halfway through, time to switch. All right, y'all. Time for the infamous butt kicks. You should thank goodness that it's only 30 seconds and not good old minute 30, which is wild because I was walking outside before this, so technically already warmed up, but hey. We can always do a bit more. It's the first day back after all, so. You thought we was done. Nope, skipping without rope. 1 minute. Get to it. How'd y'all feel about the thunderstorm? Crazy thunder out there. Felt like we were gonna get a little tornado warning. Gave me a little nightmare. Thunder always gives me nightmares. I just really don't like it. Like, keep that thunder ambience away from me. All right, y'all. We can take a little break now that our heart pumping. We can take a little break. All right, now let's do some quad stretches. Time for our lying leg abductions. Stretch over here, behind the back, other side. I'm mad because these are only 30 seconds. I'll be needing more. Let me get that a nice pause. This is what it's like to be tall. Always having to stretch everything to its max. Okay. And because I need 30 more seconds, that's just what we're going to do. Today, y'all, we are, because it's the first day back, you got to get a little bit more in, especially of the leg stretches. So, 30 more seconds here. And we're done. Look at that. Now you feel a bit better. Feel a bit more warmed up than usual. And now we can go into a dynamic left leg stretch. Gonna get our block as usual. Get a bit of a deeper stretch. Heel on the block. Moving forward. Yep. Very nice. No weights right now. No weights in easy class. We're just gonna use the blocks and gravity. If you want something a little bit more difficult, get a block. Always get a block under that heel. Now we're gonna go to the right side. You're probably sweating, perspiring like me, because them little cardio runs be serious. That feels painfully good. Come back up, go back down again. Feel that nice, good stretch. Hamstring focus. And back up. And back down. Hip hinge. Reaching toward the toes. Pulling them back. Very nice. Oh, this cross touch and reach. Because you know we don't do cross touch and reach. Straight up back exercise. I'd be happy when cross touch and reach isn't in the thing. And remember, the arm that's throwing the disc just gets support. That's how you get the real exercise in. Other leg, support. After that, we can add a little bit more time on. In through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, now we're gonna get into our side lunge stretch. Foot on the block. All right, let's go. Heel on block. Leaning to the left. Nice little stretch. Deep stretch. Other block. Nice little stretch. Oops. And next we're going to do hands moving forward. Hooray, 1 minute. And like I said, every day we're actually going to do the splits in some sort of fashion. Because if you don't get into position, it'll never feel like you're making progress. So you've got to get into position. Okay, y'all. Seated butterfly. Up, then down, up, down, forward, knees into legs. Good stretch here. Release. Good stretch here. Release. Elbows into legs. Stretch. Release. Fantastic. Sitting hamstring stretch for the right. Okay. So leg to other leg, make sure the toes are pointed and facing toward you. You can grab the toes. For me, I like to use a block, like always, so I can get a deeper stretch. Pull those toes toward you. And if you can't do all that, you would just grab a toe. So now we can show you on the other side. Foot on block. Grab. Pull the toes toward you. Other arm. Good. You can even open up if you want to and get a deeper stretch in your side. Okay, you guys. Now we're gonna give it a little minute so I can set up for frog pose. We are doing a dynamic frog pose. So I always get my blocks and I put them either up under my ankles or up under my knees. Today, instead of my ankles, I'm going to put them under my knees. Putting them under your ankles gives you just like that support. But putting them up under your knees gives you the depth. So in order to really get that depth, that stretch, always go in, out, in, out, in, almost like you're trying to sit down. And then out. And for me, even sometimes I'll just grab the door to let my legs sink down a little bit with less support. But yeah, that's a good depth frog stretch. And like I said, we're always going to do just a little bit more than the program, so that we could get a good hamstring stretch in. First, I want to go back and get some hamstring stretching in. Block support. Pull the knee up. Flex the knee so that you don't get a knee stretch, you get a hamstring stretch. And then we're gonna go ahead and lean forward, block under heel. Actually, since we're doing hip flexor, block under heel, pull back, hip flexor stretch. There we go. Hip flexor stretch right here. Oops, that's why the block is there, for support. Very nice. Good, and we really want that hip flexor to feel it. Good job. Other leg. Foot on block. Tight hip flexors today. That's okay. That's why we're doing our stretches. Breathe. Pulse. Oops. Push. Good old not hamstring, but hip flexor stretch. Okay. Now I'm going to take it back because on this leg we didn't do that. So heel on block. Hamstring stretch. Nice. Really get that good stretch here. Knee up. Squeeze. You can even push her back in just a little bit, not too much, because like it's going to like pull on your hamstring if you push her butt back. Keep that knee up, push the butt back, and you get a nice like back hamstring stretch here instead of just the front by the knee. And that's real nice. And now, of course, we're gonna get into our splits. Set a little timer, only for about 30 seconds. Okay. Supported splits, of course, because this is the beginner class. So heel on block, splits. Make sure always come into that hip flexor, okay? Start. Pull that knee up. Lean back. hip flexors, you guys. Stretching the hip flexor. So pulling back and relying on the hip flexor. Remember, keep the body square. Good job. All right. Now we're going to take a small rest because I forgot to make us work out our toes today. So that probably hurt your foot. If it did, I'm sorry. But yeah, I forgot we didn't do our calf raises today. So while we take this brief pause, we can flex our toes, pull them back, flex our toes. Good. Feet exercise is very important for the splits. Cause you're gonna hate it when your feet cramp up on you like mine just did. And they remind you that they're also a part of the routine. Okay guys, time to go to the right split. 30 seconds, so heel and block, knee, pull back knee. Take a deep breath. And like I said, rely on that hip flexor. Sit on your hip flexor. And we're gonna just resume the clock. 30 seconds. Don't forget, sit on the hip flexor. Square hips. Hip flexor. So that you could get a good stretch in that hip flexor. All right. Sorry, it feels good when I finally get in it. Okay. And that's it. Be careful. Let that go. And then that's it, you guys. Thank you for coming to your warm-up. Now I'm about to go into my intermediate class and do the exact same thing.